everyone, my name is Ankita Singh and I welcome you all to this brand new channel of Akash, that is Akash Foundation 8th, 9th and 10th. On this channel, we are going to give focused content on grades 8th, 9th and 10th, and all the people that are preparing for any kind of competitive exams or just want to prepare well for the school test and the exams, you will get some really amazing content here on this channel. So please subscribe so that you can get an update on all the future videos we are going to post here. Okay, so with that, what are we going to do in this session? So we are going to discuss sample problems of ANTHE. नाम तो सुना होगा ना ANTHE का? What is it? It is Akash National Talent Hunt Examination, which is a scholarship exam for all the students from 5th to 12th grade, where students can avail up to 100% scholarship. So yes, that is ANTHE, and if you have not registered for it yet, kindly go in the description box. You'll find the link and you can register yourself for ANTHE. Okay, so with that, let's see some sample problems of class 7th for maths and math. ठीक है, ताकि आपको पता चल सके कि ANTHE में किस type of questions पूछे जाते हैं. ठीक है, so with that, let's start the session. So first of all, we are going to focus on mathematics. तो अब ये जो 7th moving to 8th का पेपर होता है ANTHE का, इसमें there are 11 questions, out of which 10 questions are MCQ, जिसमें एक ही आंसर सही होगा out of all the 4 options, and 1 question will be MCQ, in which more than 1 answers would be correct. Okay, तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं इस क्वेश्चन के साथ everyone. A local train from Andheri to Borivali stops at 6 intermediate stations. Let's pause and understand the meaning of intermediate. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर आपको यही नहीं समझ में आया ना तो आपका आंसर पक्का गलत आएगा. तो बच्चा intermediate मतलब है बीच में, in between. That means if this is let's say Andheri station, ठीक है, and this is Borivali station. Yeah. Okay, so these are the 2 stations. Then between them 6 stations are lying at equal distances. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so these are the 6 stations and they are all lying between Andheri and Borivali. Remember, don't count Andheri and Borivali as part of these 6 stations. That would be wrong. Got it? Understood? Acha. Now, the time taken in minutes to travel from one station to the next station is the same and is denoted by T. That means from one station to another station, the train is taking the same time and the time in minutes is denoted by T. तो यहाँ से यहाँ जाने के लिए T टाइम लगा, यहाँ से यहाँ भी, यहाँ से यहाँ भी, यहाँ से अगले स्टेशन पे भी, and so on and so forth. Okay? Okay, so I hope you understood this. Now let's move on to the next part. The train stops for 3 minutes at each of the 6 intermediate stations. So, along with time taken to go from one station to another station, the question is also saying that at each station the train is stopping for 3 minutes. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर भी 3 minutes, यहाँ भी 3, यहाँ भी 3, यहाँ भी 3, यहाँ भी 3 and यहाँ भी 3. ठीक है, and it is specifically talking about intermediate stations, not Andheri and Borivali. तो यहाँ के 3 minutes आप count नहीं करोगे. ठीक है, okay? चलो. Now if T is equals to 8, अरे वाह, they have given the value of T also, then that's easy. That makes our question really easy. So I can just get rid of this T and instead of this T, I can just write 8, right? So let's do that everyone. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Okay, cool. Now, what are they asking? They are asking that the time taken to travel from Andheri to Borivali is. So basically, the question is asking us to figure out the total time taken by the train between Andheri and Borivali. Okay? So how will we find that? So I will first of all add all the 8s. So how many 8s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 8s, right? So 7 into 8. Now this is the time taken by the train when it is moving, right? But it is also stopping for 3 minutes at each station. So I have to count these 3 minutes also. So I will add all these 3 together here, right? So how many 3s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 will get multiplied with 6. Right? So this here gives us the total time taken by the train, and that is what? So here it will become 56 plus 18, right? So this would equal to 74 minutes everyone. So what's the correct answer? The correct answer is 74 minutes. Okay, so I hope you understood this. It looked like a long question, but you could see, right, it was a very easy question, and I would categorize it as an easy question. The only struggle here was to read the entire paragraph and understand, ठीक है, what it is trying to say, and know that intermediate means between. ठीक है, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. This question is from lines and angles, everyone. The measure of angle BCD in the given figure is being asked, right? Now, in the given figure, you can see that there is this sign. This sign denotes that both the lines are parallel, right? So basically, AB is parallel to EF. Okay, great. Other than that, this angle here is given 35 degrees, this is 105, and this is 40 degrees, right? So how do you do these types of problems, everyone? So in these types of problems, we do some extra construction, right? So first of all, what I will do is, to figure out angle BCD, this angle here, I will first of all pass a line like this, and make sure that this line here is parallel to AB, okay? So I have made this X dash line, and how have I constructed it? I have constructed it parallel to AB. Why have I done that, everyone? Because I have to find BCD angle BCD, right? Now I know कि if I construct this XX dash parallel to AB, then this 35 degree here will be equal to this angle here. Why? Alternate interior angles, right or not? Right? XX dash is parallel to AB, and this BC here is a transversal. So if this is 35 degrees, then this also becomes 35 degrees. So we have figured out angle BCX dash as 35 degrees. Okay. Now we need to figure out the second angle, everyone, right? This angle. बस ये वाला angle और figure out हो जाए तो हमारा answer आ जाएगा, right? So for that, what I will do, now here 105 degrees given, right? So what I will do basically is I will construct another parallel line, let's say y dash. Okay, and this line here is parallel to EF. This is parallel to what? EF. Okay, understood? Okay, so we have constructed y dash parallel to EF. Now, what happens then, everyone? So notice that then DE will be a transversal. This DE here is a transversal for the two parallel lines FE and YY dash. And hence, this angle here becomes equals to this angle here. ये छोटा सा जो angle है, right? Or I will make it like this angle here. Both of them will be equal. Why? Alternate interior angles. And they are equal when the two lines are parallel. So this angle also becomes 40 degrees, everyone. Now think about it. If this angle is 40 degrees, can you not find this angle? How can you find this angle? We know the entire measure is 105. ये दिया हुआ है कि entire measure 105 है. उसमें से एक part का measure 40 degree है. So the second part measure would be what? It would be, I'll write it here, angle CDY dash is equals to 105 degrees minus 40 degrees. Right, everyone? So that would be equals to 65 degrees. So this angle here is 65 degrees. Got it? Simple. Now see what is happening, everyone. AB is parallel to XX dash and YY dash is parallel to EF. ठीक है? तो but it's also given that AB and EF are parallel. Think of it now. This is parallel to this is parallel to this, but AB is also parallel to EF. If AB is parallel to EF, then that makes the two lines that I have drawn parallel to each other. ये इसके parallel है, ये इसके parallel है, ये इसके parallel है, so सब parallel है, basically, right? So that means XX dash here is parallel to YY dash. And as soon as you have that, everyone, you can see that this line here, this acts as a transversal for XX dash and YY dash, and hence these two angles become alternate interior angle. So if this is 65 degrees, then automatically this angle will also be 65 degrees, right? So here what I will write that angle X dash CD is equals to 65 degrees. So what's the final answer, everyone? We had to figure out angle BCD. So angle BCD is what? Angle BCD is 35 degrees plus 65 degrees. So that is 100 degrees. So the correct answer is option number 4. Right? What's the correct answer? 100 degrees, option number 4. So here you can see. Right? So simple, the only thing needed here was to do our constructions. That's it. ठीक है? चलिए. So I would categorize this question as medium, everyone. ठीक है? Because it needed some extra things, right? We had to construct here. Okay, next question. So this question is MCQ type. In the given figure, the fraction of shaded part of the square is x, the fraction of unshaded part is y, and the reciprocal of y is given as z, right? Now we had to actually evaluate x, y and z, and then we will check which of the options are correct and which of the options are incorrect. So the first thing here is to figure out x, y and z, right? Because in fractions, what do we study? We study ki one whole is divided into equal parts and then you calculate the shaded part and the unshaded part, right? But यहाँ पर तो इस पूरी फिगर को इक्वल पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया ही नहीं, ये पार्ट इतना बड़ा है, ये पार्ट इतना छोटा है, right? So what is our agenda? Our agenda here is basically to divide this entire square or the entire figure into equal parts, right? Then we'll calculate the shaded part and the unshaded part fraction. Okay? So उसके लिए मैं क्या करूँगी? You can see here. तो आपको 4 स्क्वायर्स तो दिख ही रहे होंगे, है ना? ये एक स्क्वायर है, ये एक स्क्वायर है, and so on. ठीक है? तो अब आप क्या कर सकते हो? Please focus on each of the squares. Let's focus on the first square. So what I'll do first of all is I'll make 4 squares in the first square. ये जो पहला स्क्वायर है, इसमें मैंने 4 स्क्वायर्स बना लिए. बट अभी भी काम नहीं बना. वाई? अच्छा, यहाँ तो बन गया. यहाँ देखो अब क्या हो रहा है कि मेरे कितने पार्ट्स हो रहे हैं? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 एंड ऑल ऑफ दीज आर इक्वल इन एरिया. यू कैन सी दैट, राइट? ठीक है जी, डन. सेकंड वाले पे फोकस करता है. तो सेकंड वाले में भी मैं सेम कॉन्सेप्ट लगा रही हूँ. मैंने सेकंड वाले स्क्वायर को भी 4 स्मॉलर स्क्वायर्स में ब्रेक कर दिया. बट देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम. व्हाट इज दैट प्रॉब्लम? कि यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो कि यहाँ पर हमारे जो पार्ट्स थे ये और छोटे थे. मतलब बेसिकली इन वन स्मॉल स्क्वायर वी हैड 2 ट्राइंगल्स, राइट? तो यहाँ पर भी हम हर एक स्क्वायर में 2 ट्राइंगल बनाएंगे एंड दैट विल मेक थिंग्स ईजी फॉर यू. अब आप देख सकते हो कि सारे जो पार्ट्स मैंने बनाए दे आर ऑल इक्वल इन एरिया एंड दे आर ऑल ट्राइंगुलर. ठीक है, चलो. सो इनका भी नाम रख देते हैं. 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So I hope now you get the hint of what we have to do. So how can you distribute this third square? So again I'll first distribute it into 4 smaller squares, then each of the square will further be distributed into 2 triangles like this. ठीक है? Now this is 17, this is 18, this is 19 20 21 22 23 24, right? And again the fourth square again will be divided into 4 equal squares and each of the squares will further be divided into 2 triangles, but उसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है because already all the smaller squares are divided into 2 equal area triangles, right? ठीक है, चलो. अब let's just see here. 24 तक जा रहा था ना. So 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32. So total parts now for this entire figure is 32. So this figure has been distributed into 32 equal parts. ठीक है, अब जल्दी जल्दी x, y and z निकालते हैं. तो x is what everyone? x is equals to the fraction of shaded part. So आप सबसे पहले total parts लिखोगे which is 32 and you can count the shaded parts and you can see that the number of shaded parts is equals to 10, right? So 10 by 32. So what is 10 by 32? When simplified, you can cancel the numerator and denominator by 2 and you will get 5 over 16. So x is 5 over 16 everyone. Let's figure out y. So y would be what? The y is basically the fraction of unshaded part, right? So if 10 parts are shaded, then obviously 22 out of 32 parts are not shaded. And again, I'll simplify it and I'll get 11 over 16. Now z is the reciprocal of y. So that means in z, you will just flip y upside down, right? So 16 goes up, 11 comes down. So we have figured out the value of x, y and z, but in our options, we are given the operations of x, y and z, right? So we have to figure out each of these values. तो सबसे पहले शुरू करते हैं y minus x. I think y minus x is pretty easy to figure out. 11 over 16 minus 5 over 16 everyone. Now that is equals to what? 6 over 16. So you can see that first option is correct, right? Y minus x is actually 6 over 16. Okay, next x plus z we have to calculate. Let's see. So x plus z. So x is what everyone? X is 5 over 16 plus z is 16 over 11. Right? So now let's calculate. So I'll take the denominator as same. That's the first step because these both are improper fractions, right? So 16 into 11 is 176. Now here I'll multiply by 11 in numerator and denominator. Here I'll multiply by 16 in numerator and denominator, right? So I'll get 55 plus 256. So that would be equals to what? 1 here. 1 here 3. So 311 over 176. So you can see that second option is also correct, right? So this is also correct. Let's move on to the third one. Okay, this is asking us to compare z, y and x. So let me just write z, y and x. ठीक है, तो z है 16/11, y है 11/16 and x है 5/16. So I think you can easily see that 11/16 is clearly greater than 5/16. You only have to compare the numerator because the denominator is already given equal, right? So this here holds true, like okay, y is greater than x, cool. Now is z greater than y? So for that please do not calculate, just use your brain. 16/11 is an improper fraction बच्चा, मतलब कि इसका denominator जो है numerator से छोटा है, right? So whenever the denominator is smaller than numerator, the fraction is always greater than 1. So this is greater than 1, while here 11/16, this is a proper fraction, the denominator is bigger than numerator, so 11/16 is a proper fraction, hence it will be less than 1. So कोई quantity 1 से बड़ी है और दूसरी 1 से छोटी है, तो obviously 1 से बड़ी वाली ही बड़ी होगी ना, right? So 16/11 is greater than 11/16. That means this also is correct. This comparison here is correct. Now finally y plus z. So I think everyone can calculate y plus z, right? So y plus z would be equals to what? So it would be equals to 11/16 plus 16/11. So here again what you will do, you'll make the denominator same as 16 into 11, that is 176. Here I'll multiply 11 in numerator and denominator. Here I'll multiply 16 in numerator and denominator, right? So this gives us 121 plus 2, 5, 6 everyone. So this is 377 over 176. So can you see that fourth option is also correct? So that means in this question all the options are correct. ठीक है, so I don't think in this entire question the calculative part was hard, it was actually very easy. The main thing जहाँ पे आपको थोड़ा दिमाग लगाना था was to actually just distribute this entire figure into equal parts. That's it. Okay, I hope these questions helped you understand what type of questions can be asked in ANTHE. And again I'll repeat, if you have not registered for ANTHE, you'll find the link in the description box below.
So students, let's start with the sample problems of mental ability, and here we have the first sample problem of mental ability, that is what beta? Find the missing term. So you have 3 circles here, and in the circles you are given some numbers beta, okay? So what kind of numbers are they? What do we need to do with these numbers? So see here, we are given this first circle, and in this first circle we have what beta? Here we have 79 and we have 9 and 7. So हमें यहाँ पर पता चल गया होगा बेटा कि we need to get 79 from 9 and 7. But how can we get 79 from 9 and 7? Okay, कैसे लाएंगे? So if you multiply 9 and 7 first of all, so 9 sevens is what beta? 63, and then add both of them, it means 9 plus 7. So if I take 9 and 7 as A and B, तो ये क्या होगा बेटा? That is A into B plus A plus B. Okay, if you do like this, this is 63 and this is 16. So 63 and 16 is what beta? 79. Okay, coming to the second one. If you apply the same thing here, then what will you get? 8 into 6 plus 8 plus 6. It means you have this as 48 plus 14. So this must be equal to 62. Is it there? Yes. It means you are following the same type of thing on the 2 circles. So that thing only you need to apply on the third one. So what do we have here? We have 5 and 9. We have what beta? 5 and 9. So if you multiply 5 and 9 and add 5 plus 9 in 8, what will it we have? We have what beta? 45 plus 14. And 45 plus 14 is what beta? 59. So do we have 59 in the option? Yes, we have 59 in the option. So the correct answer for this question is 59. That is which one beta? Option number 3. Okay. Coming to the next question. So what do we have in the next question? Rohan has 5 pens, 3 pencils and 2 erasers. Okay. So Rohan has how many pens? 5 pens. Okay. 3 pencils and 2 erasers. Okay beta. Now the cost of a pen is rupees 9. Cost of a pencil is 4 and cost of an eraser is 5. Now we need to find out the total amount that Rohan has spent on the stationery. Okay. We need to find out the total amount that Rohan has spent on the stationery. So how can we do it? We can do it by a simple basic unitary method. Okay, so we have 5 pence. Okay, 5 pence. So the cost of 1 pen is what, beta? Cost of 1 pen. Cost of 1 pen is what, beta? Rupees 9. So the cost of 5 pence. Cost of 5 pence will become what, beta? This is 9 into 5. So that is 45 for pens. 45 for pens. Okay. So we have 3 pencils also. तो 3 pencil के लिए क्या करेंगे? For 3 pencils, 3 into how much for a pencil? For a pencil we have 4 rupees. So 4 into 3 is what, beta? 4 into 3 is 12. So this is 12. For 2 erasers, how much for an eraser? For an eraser we have 5. For 2 erasers we will be having what, beta? 2 into 5, that is 10. So total is what, beta? Total is what? Total is 45 plus 12 plus 10. And 45 plus 12 plus 10 is what, beta? 57 and 10 is 67. So rupees 67 will be the correct answer for this question. Do we have 67 in the option? Yes, beta, we have 67 in the option. And the correct answer for this question is which one, beta? Option number 4. Okay. Now coming to the last one, and this question is multiple answer type question. Okay. Multiple answer type question. So what do we have in this question? We have what, beta? We have 8 at the rate 7 has 5 is what, beta? 51. These type of questions we do in the topic mathematical operations. It means हमें कोई ना कोई mathematical operations इस पर लगाने होंगे. That operation will give you 51. Okay, वो operations आपको क्या देंगे, बेटा? 51 देंगे. So how are you doing it? Okay. So this is somewhat complicated. See here, how can we solve this question? So if I take this as A, beta, if I take this as B, beta, and if I take this as C. So this is A at the rate B has C. So how are we getting this one? If you multiply A into B, then add B into C and subtract A into C and subtract A into C. Okay, so first we have A into B, then we have with the addition of B into C and then subtract A into C from that one. Okay, so are we getting 51 from this one? Yes, we will check it once. This is 8 into 7 plus what, beta? 7 into 5 minus A into C is what, beta? 5 into 8, that is 40. So this is what, beta? This is 56. This is what, beta? 35 minus 40. So this is what, beta? 91 minus 40 is 51. Are we getting 51? Yes, beta. It means our methodology is correct only. Okay. Now come to the second one. We will check it for one more also. If it will be applicable there also, then we will check all the options by this method. Okay, beta. So see, I am doing it for 6 at the rate. I am doing it for 6 at the rate 9 hash 4. So 6 at the rate 9 hash 4. So for 6 and 9. So first we will multiply these two, 6 and 9, then 9 into 4 and then subtract 6 into 4 from 8. So what do we have this one? 54 plus 36 minus this is what, beta? 24. So 54 and 36 is what, beta? 90. And 90 minus 24 is what, beta? 66. Are we getting 66? Yes. It means the two we have solved, हमें दोनों में same methodology use कर रहे हैं. Okay. So if we see the options, beta, if I apply all the things in all of these options, let me check that how many options will be correct for me. Okay. So see it for first. In the first one we have what, beta? This one will be solved by 6 into 4 plus 4 into 9, okay, minus 9 into 6. So this will become what, beta? 24 and 36 minus 54. So 24 and 36 is what, beta? 60 minus 36. It is not equal to 10. It means first option is not correct. Coming to the second one, what do we have? We have first as 4 into 5 beta, and then with the addition of 5 into 2 beta and minus of what, beta? 4 into 2. Okay. So what do we have in this one? We have 20 and 10 as 30. and 20 and 10 is 30 minus 8, that is 22. It means option number 2 is the correct one. Okay, let's check it for option number 3 also. For option number 3, what do we have, beta? We have 9 into 5 plus 5 into 4 minus we have 9 into 4. So if you do it like that, this is 45 plus 20 minus this is what, beta? 36. So this is equal to what, beta? This is equal to 29. So are we getting the correct one? Yes, we are getting the correct one for option number 3 also. Okay, do it for fourth one. If I do it for fourth, directly I am doing 8 into 2 as 16 beta plus 8 into 1 as 8 beta minus this is 2 into 1 as 2. That is 24 minus 2. 24 minus 2 is equal to 22. But in the option, it is given as 24. So this is also not a correct option. So the correct answer for this question is which one, beta? Option number 2 and option number 3. Okay. So students, that was a brief description about the sample paper of class 7th. So students, stay tuned with this channel to get more updates for practice questions, tips and guidance from our experienced faculties which helps in excelling in your examinations. So don't forget to subscribe the channel. Link is given in the description box. Go there, click on the link and then register for ANTHE today only. Bye-bye.